Brought to you by Lister Pros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone. It's Tia Moore here with NextView Home Professionals, and we have a very special show for you today. We have our team in the studio.
Yay!
Before I introduce them and we get started, I just wanted to give a special thank you to our sponsors. We have the Oliver Whalen team from Nova Home Loans. If you need to get pre-qualified, if you need to refinance, reach out to Justin and Ryan. They'll take care of you. We also have Yvonne Hunter from Platinum Home Warranty. For your home warranty needs, contact Yvonne. They've been doing a lot of inspections for us recently. And then also we have Security Title. Reach out to Jeremy Eaton for all of your title needs. So without further ado, so hopefully a few of you guys saw the video that I posted on Facebook today, letting you guys know what we're doing, some of the things that we're doing and what transitions we've recently made. And so I wanted to make sure that we gave you a proper introduction, so you got a chance to get to know us and our goofy selves and our, who we are. So I have Fabie Ehle here in the studio. Say Yay. Hello, Fabie.
Hi, everybody.
And I have Rashell Jarvis.
Hello.
Say hello, Rashell. So what we're going to do is get to know Rashell and Fabie a little bit. But I told them that I was going to do some like rapid fire questions for them to, so people can get to know them really quick. And then it also helps so you guys can see what our energy is. But ultimately, excuse me, for our show, we want to make sure that you guys get to know us. We tell you what it is that we're doing to do better things in our community, what our team is about, and what's most important to us about working with our community, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Super excited.
So
Fabie first
on the rapid fire. So we're gonna rapid fire. Okay. We'll go Fabie Rashell, Fabie Rashell.
Okay, I'm ready.
So it'll be like a game, but we all win.
Yeah.
Oh, no win. Oh.
The prize is you make it to the end. Okay. So Fabie, if you were, what TV sitcom family would you want to be a member of?
Ooh, well, Friends.
Friend?
Does that count?
So you want to be
I want to
Ross
be a friend
and
on Friends.
Okay.
Kind of like Joey's cousin.
Yeah.
Joey's cousin. Actually, that would be pretty funny. Okay. All right. Rashell, what store do you shop at the most?
Target.
Yeah, that's probably true. Boom, she got it. Okay, Fabie, what is the most delightful word you can think of?
Delightful.
What? That's cheating.
Well, okay. Delightful. I don't know. I use awesome all the time.
Okay, well, that's your word.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Fabie does say that a lot.
Yep.
Okay, for Rashell, what is the first thing you notice about someone when you first meet?
I think they're teeth.
Teeth. All right.
Teeth.
Fabie, I already know this answer, I think.
Okay.
What is your favorite restaurant right now?
Ooh, Crazy for Churros.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, everybody has to go there at the Santan Mall.
Okay, we have to take a second. So how many times have you been there in the last week?
The last week, about 4 times. Total, I've been there like 9 times in the last
Love it.
11 days.
9 days? 9 times?
Yeah, it's so good.
Do they have like a
It is
VIP
so good.
card where you get
I
like,
do
your
have their
10 churros?
points, and I already got discounts from it
you go.
because I've been there so much.
Let's give them a shout out. Where are they located?
Yes. Santan Mall, right next to Wetzel Pretzels
Okay.
and Harkins.
Okay.
It is
so
delicious. Everybody should go.
And so they have churros. They come
They
with
have
ice
churros,
cream.
they have ice cream, they have waffles. Pretty soon they're going to be having coffee and hot chocolate, they said, because it's going to get cold. So I told them that would be an awesome
So
thing
you
to
know
do.
the up and coming snacks?
Yes.
You remember that on
Like,
Friday?
order their email.
They are so good. Everybody needs to go
That
there.
is hilarious.
And it's like locally owned, so the owners are
awesome.
so nice.
What are the names of the owners?
That's a great question. I don't get their names. I didn't get their names, but they know me already and my family. They're like, oh, I'm like, see you Thursday.
That is so funny. Okay, tell everybody the name again.
Crazy for Churros.
Crazy for Churros. So check them
Yes.
out at Santan Shopping.
Yes.
So they just got a free plug. But you've been talking about it nonstop.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's because it's delicious.
It's on her Facebook feed if
I
you
know.
want to know.
It's
what
crazy.
like, yeah.
I
Anyway,
love it.
You're nuts. Okay, so Rashell said that she notices the first thing about teeth. Okay, so Rashell, if you were running for political office, what would your campaign slogan be?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
That's
a
not a
tough
rapid
one.
fire question. I have to think about
Things
that
are getting
one.
deep.
Slogan now.
Uh,
Churros for everybody.
churros for everybody. Jeez, I wouldn't even. A slogan's like a big deal. You know what I mean? So I couldn't even
Don't
think of
overthink it.
something.
Yes, don't
Favorite
overthink.
phrase.
I was gonna say yes, you can, but isn't
There
that
you
someone
go.
else?
It's
like,
yours
"Si se
now.
puede"?
It's yours now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Si
Yes,
se
you
puede.
can.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
There you
Okay.
go. Fabie, if you could teleport anywhere, where would you go?
In the future, in the past,
Whatever, wherever you can teleport to.
Game of Thrones set in Ireland
good,
with
yeah.
Jon Snow
Ooh.
and Khaleesi. I mean,
Yeah,
she's
Khaleesi.
nice too.
Yeah, that's
My
nice.
husband Rob,
Oh,
you
I
know,
forgot
likes
they got
Khaleesi,
together.
Gonna throw
you
it.
know. But yeah,
Would you take Rob with you if you teleported there?
yes,
So he could distract Khaleesi?
yes. He'll be happy with that.
I love Game of Thrones. When does it
Yes.
come back?
April.
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
love Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I have to show you the picture that my cousin sent me the other day. I was showing Fabie today. They have Jon Snow in Timberlands
Uh-huh.
and a Yankee cap.
Hello. Happy
Yeah.
Friday.
He looks
or
pretty
Thursday.
good.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. Rashell, when was the last time you laughed out loud, very hard?
Last night.
What was it about?
My aunt came into town,
Mhm.
and she's probably like in her early 80s.
Okay.
She was a player, and I had no idea about that. So I'm not even joking. My dad told me a story that she had a lot of boyfriends, but she had a lot, and she remembered their names.
Wow.
And she had kind of gotten contact with a couple of people,
Mhm.
and just imagine sitting there in the Wendy's like drive-through, and well,
Next story.
next story.
Don't hit the table.
Yeah, my aunt was telling me about all her boyfriends, and it was just hilarious to me, like
That's
her
funny.
stories, and she's animated and she's talking. So I was
you were
busting
laughing.
up laughing. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Oh, see,
She's
that's
a player.
yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
it on the rapid fire. Was it that bad?
No, it was good.
No.
See?
It's
Okay,
really
so
good.
We know a lot. Now we know yes,
Yes,
si
sí
se
se
puede.
puede.
Yeah. There
Yep.
you
Si
go.
se puede. We know that your aunt was a player. We know that you like to look at a person's teeth when you first see them.
Uh-huh.
We know that Fabie wants to be Joey's cousin on Friends.
That would be so funny.
She loves the churro place in Santan, and she wants to teleport to Ireland to be on Game of Thrones. That is hilarious.
That is awesome.
That-
Good one. I got
See, that wasn't about 2 minutes.
that. No.
That's good. That's
See?
really good.
So we're going to just take a few minutes just to get to know each of you guys a little bit differently individually, and I'll just ask you some things that I already probably know because we know each other, but to share with people that might be watching who you are, right?
Perfect.
Who wants to go first? Rashell?
Rashell, I went first last, so
That's fair.
Rashell.
That's fair.
This is true. Ooh,
Yeah.
she got you.
Yeah, it's fair.
So, Rashell, just give everybody an introduction. Who is Rashell, and what should people know about you?
I am an Arizona native,
Mhm.
so I have lived here my whole life.
Mhm.
I was born up north, came down here when I started school.
Shout out to Mesa.
I'm from Mesa. That's what I'm gonna say. So shout out to all my Mesa people. I'm I'm a mother. But, I have 5 kids, married. I love what I do.
Yeah.
So I'm very intentful about what I do, and I find it has to be purposeful for me to do things.
Yeah.
So with real estate, I find that instead of it being like a transaction based, I find a reason for it to be a service based.
There you go.
And because it's service based, I feel passionate about it.
There you go.
So, and that will kind of spread out into like what my life's about. I just love people. I love my family and doing things with people. So I'm an open book.
Yeah.
So, and that's just me.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you're celebrating something really special in your life right now, and you can say I don't want to share it, or you can share it.
Yeah.
But you have a son that is 20. He's
21.
an adult. Let's just
Yeah.
say that. I don't need to know how old he is.
Yeah.
So he's an adult. So
Yeah.
can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So my son chose to serve a mission, and he went to Montevideo, Uruguay. He's been there for 2 years, and he gets back tomorrow.
Yes.
And he's on the plane right now,
That's so
traveling from Montevideo to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little stressed about it because you guys know the storms that are going on.
Yes.
So thank goodness it's not going that way. But I haven't seen my son in 2 years. He's my oldest. He's my best friend. And to tell you how excited I am, I probably can't get into that because I'd probably start crying. I'm so excited. We have family in town.
Yeah.
And I'm just so proud of him. He's made really important choices for his life growing into adult. So I'm excited to see him. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to see your son. You've been talking about it and talking about since I've met you.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, he's your son.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that like I can start to see you relax a little bit more because you're anticipating him coming, and it's almost like, okay, I have my baby at home. I can just touch him and feel him and see him interact with his little sister.
Oh, he hasn't seen his sister since she was like 8 months old, and she's going to be 3. So
wow,
it's going to be a big reunion. So we're planning on, we have a party planned this weekend. We got the DJ, we got the food, so it's going to be a blast.
Nice.
Yeah.
So tell your neighbors, hey, we're having a party all weekend. You're going to have to just deal with it.
Yeah, we've done that, yeah.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I love to do anything outdoors. So I think my biggest hobby, people don't know that about me, is I love to dance. So I've been dancing my whole life. So on the weekend, my sister, I told you about this, owns like a Polynesian group. And I've been doing it since I was like 5, and I love to do that. So we'll do like dancing. So that's one of my hobbies that I'm currently doing. There's a lot of things that I need to get back into, but
you do tables, like don't you refurbish furniture?
I'll take the credit. My husband does it, but yes, I give him my input.
Do you go find the pieces?
I do.
Boom.
I love interior design, so so I like to do that. So we do look for furniture, and we redo those the furniture and stuff like that. So.
And we'll touch back on that because we just staged a client's house or helped with staging.
Right.
And so we'll talk about that a little bit later so that people can know some of the services that we offer when they list with us and they buy with us and those sorts of things. Yeah. Fabie.
Yes.
Let's talk about you. What should people know about you?
What should people know about me? Well, I'm just like Rashell, just easygoing, love people. I'm a mother of 3 teenagers, which is amazing and crazy all at the same time.
Yes.
And I love my family very much.
Yes.
And it's because of my family that it's the reason why I got into real estate, so I can help other families. And so that's, I don't know. That's about it.
On our way over here, we were talking about your daughter because she just started college.
Yes, I got a freshman in college, which is crazy.
Nuts.
Crazy, and she went to the dorm, so I don't have her with me all the time.
And what do you do to keep track of her? Wait, does she know?
So yeah, she knows. She's well aware. I told her.
Just in case she's
might
watching.
Be on the down low.
She is well aware. So the iPhone, I don't know if Android has it, but it's called Find My Friends.
Yeah.
And it's actually the best app for any parent that wants to keep track of their kids. It follows their location everywhere, and you can even set up notifications as to when she leaves her dorm or when she's at somebody's house and then she leaves that house to go back to the dorm. And so I track her that way.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's good for safety though too, though,
yeah.
right? Because she's a girl. Yeah.
Totally. And she knows.
And I was gonna say, I'm sure some parents can relate to both of both of your situations when your kids are away and you just worry you can't go to sleep unless you know they're safe because they're not under your roof, right?
Yeah.
So
she texts me, Mom, I'm back at my dorm, and then I'm like, not that I don't trust her, not that anything like that, but I just check the location. I'm like, yep, okay, perfect, okay,
Sleep
I
better,
can go to sleep. Yeah,
She's
it makes
like,
me feel better.
Mom, this was a scheduled text. I'm really at the party. Just kidding. Just kidding. Sorry.
I know.
Just kidding.
I know.
You have good kids. You have great kids. So.
Yeah. So it's just a little crazy in me, but I think I have to.
That's funny.
Now. Yeah.
What are some hobbies? Do you have any hobbies?
Or
what do you like to do for fun?
For fun, spend time, truly family time. We have a lot of fun as a family, even if it's just eating dinner together, and we can sit at the table after we're done eating for an hour, just chit-chatting, talking, and having fun. We do a lot with sporting events. Not, we just like to go see sporting events.
Yes.
So it's one of those things that everybody enjoys very much.
That's good. You're a Cardinals fan, right?
Cardinals fans, yes. Not doing so good starting off, but we'll get there. And Diamondbacks, which it was disappointing this year, but
it happens.
It is what it is.
It happens.
But yeah, sports fan.
Very cool.
Absolutely.
Anything else that people should know about Fabie? Anything crazy? Anything exciting, or nothing at all?
goodness, I don't think I'm crazy.
No,
you know what I mean? I don't
not.
think I do anything like totally crazy.
You're fun and will talk to anyone, and you like churros.
I love churros.
Crazy for
I'm
churros.
crazy for churros. I'm gonna have to tag them on this so that they know.
For sure.
Yes. No, I just, enjoy my time with the family, and I enjoy what I do. So I have fun all throughout doing it.
Well, I was thinking that, and I think you guys, we talked about this. So I think what would be good for the people who are viewing and people who are going to listen later to the podcast is just to hear about what brought us together, what made us decide to work together, and how does that benefit the people that are going to work with us in the future, right? And so, and I feel like we all have a different reason of why we choose to work with each other. But I know I've been knowing Fabie for
like 3.5 years, 4 years.
4 years. About 4 years.
Yeah.
And she was just funny as heck when I first met her. And, I don't think 4 years ago wasn't the right time for either of us to work together, but we've stayed in contact. We started working out together, and the more we worked out together, the more we started looking fine together. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Be real.
Yes, it was really good.
Yes, we did a good job.
And we stopped for a little bit, and now we're doing it again.
We went to the gym yesterday.
Yes.
We did.
Yes, we did.
We did a good job.
Yes.
And then Fabie introduced me to Rashell. I first met Rashell when we went to Pilates.
Right.
Yes.
Wait, was it Pilates or was it Body Pump?
It was
Body Pump.
Was it?
Yes, I think we went to Body Pump.
Okay.
We worked out that, and then I think we did Pilates, if
that
I
was
remember
nice.
correctly.
I've never been so sore in my life. I'm not
It's
even joking.
amazing.
I would say after a week, I was like, okay, I could walk and sit normal. I feel like an idiot, though, because all these girls are doing the kickback, and, they're just, like, long and lean. I couldn't even get, it was sad, and we were in the very front, so... Yeah, that was
our first. That was all of our first one, huh?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Oh no, you went
my
by second.
time
Yeah, I
or
think it was our
so.
first time. Yeah,
But it was really good.
Yeah,
I still go. I haven't gone in like a month and a half, but I am getting hit.
she does have a membership.
Yeah, I do have a membership.
I'm gonna go because I want to look good for Africa. So
Yes.
I know when you go. So it's MegaFit.
MegaFit. Yeah, it's MegaFit on Ray and the 10.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, Ray in the 10 in Chandler. And remember when we first went and I was trying to get you to do an open house because I was like, I'm going to be sore after this.
Yeah.
That's how we met because I was trying to get Rashell to do my open house. And I did the open house.
You did.
And then I did a video asking people, Mayday, Mayday, come help me because I can't walk.
I'm
Sweating
sweating
from
from
your
my
eyelids.
eyelids.
Yeah.
Sweating from the eyeballs.
Oh my God. And then I went to a wedding. I went to
How
a
you
wedding
did that.
right after.
Yeah.
So I think there's coming up on their anniversary, happy anniversary, Dennis and Kelmer, because I'm sure they're coming up on it.
Yeah.
But I went to their wedding right after that, and I was like, they were like, you want to dance? I'm like, no, I can't dance.
Getting it from your
I
chair.
got here. I got here.
You're welcome.
So that's when you and I met, and
Right.
that was not even a year ago.
Right.
But we've gotten to know each other really well, and we've connected, and we have a whole lot of things in common. We all like people. We all like to do the right thing. Integrity is very high on our priority list. Would you guys agree?
Absolutely.
And I don't know. Those were some of the things that makes me want to work with Fabie and Rashell because they have a high level of integrity and they make me laugh. And we're all just normal human beings and we can all be ourselves.
Right.
And they like Beyonce, so that helps too.
Love
We
Beyonce.
love Beyonce.
Yeah.
Yes. So what would you say was one of the reasons or that we... Because you and Fabie knew each other.
Right.
long for me.
I've known Fabie for about a year now, and I felt like when I met her, that I just had a lot of things in common with her. So we're both from here. She's also a native of Arizona, and she has kids, and so I kind of felt that.
Well, I'll say I'm like almost a native. Almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you've been here. Yeah.
I've been here a long time.
Practically. So I just felt like I could relate with her. And then I got the chance to work with her for a year and able to see her, what she did and bounce ideas off of her. And she's just a good person.
Yeah.
And she was helpful. One thing that I enjoyed about her, which I look for in people when I want to work with them, is every time I did something good, she was happy. She would always say something
Genuinely
like that.
happy.
And so I thought, hey, you know what I mean? There's always a little bit, you have that competition, but it's a good competition with her. It was always like, good job.
Yeah.
And she's generous. She shares.
Yeah.
You know, she shared with me, and she's done things to help me, you know, being with, you know, Keller Williams for a year. And so, and then we can talk crap back and forth too. You know what I mean?
That is important.
Which is good. And she doesn't take things personal, so I can, you know. And then she said, you know, good things about you. And then we met. You could feel the vibes were good. And so it's turned out great.
There you go.
Yeah. So to give her props then.
I know.
All because of
You're
Fabie.
welcome, everybody.
All because of Fabie.
Yep.
See?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Well, I think at this point, we've come full circle because it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I first met you, I was brand new to real estate,
Yes.
brand spanking new. And we met, and you were a mentor to me. You know, you took me under your wing and you taught me everything that I was willing to learn at that point.
Yeah.
And the timing wasn't right. I wasn't, you know, ready for whatever it was that was coming, right? So, but we still kept that connection. Yeah. And I always thought, like, you know, someday I'd like to work with Tia again. Someday I would like to be with Tia again. And circumstances came up to where the time was right, and it was just ready for me to move forward with, you know, where I was. So, you know, you were there, and the opportunity, it was there, and we're just like, you know what? It just makes sense.
There you go.
Like, I'm ready. It makes sense. You're the type of person that I think is amazing to work with. And
thank you.
You know, looking like for leadership and everything that you want the people that you're working and involved with. That's what
I did not
it
pay
represents.
her to say that.
No, totally didn't.
Yeah.
You know, but
That's
truly, that just kind of what I was looking for.
Yeah.
And then meeting Rashell in the past and knowing her work ethic, knowing her personality, knowing how she likes to help people, and knowing how she can, you know, she talks to people and how genuinely she comes forth with truly wanting to help people.
She connects.
Yes, connecting with people. So it just made sense. Like, why wouldn't I want to do this? You know?
Take over.
Yes.
It's the takeover.
Absolutely.
Well, so we should talk about some of the things that people can expect when they work with us.
Okay.
So, you know, let's talk about, you know, putting houses on the market. Let's talk about working with buyers and the different process that people can expect. A side note, Rashell recently listed a property in Gilbert. It goes on the market next week.
Next week, yeah.
I'd say next week. And you know, the house needed a lot of not a lot, but they have, you know, it's a beautiful home. They have beautiful things, but a lot of people get the wrong idea about staging. They think it's all about taking all their stuff out and bringing all new stuff in, which is not the case.
Right.
Would you like to share with people what staging really is and some experience, like the recent experience you had when you helped your client, our client, get her house ready for photographs?
Yeah. So I think in the beginning is setting that expectation. So is really having a really good conversation with them and more of a consultative conversation with them, always looking at the client as not expecting them to know what it is, because we know that does not happen. So in the beginning, setting those expectations and helping deliver that. So it's kind of like a seamless process. So with the staging, I think one thing that's important to communicate with them is it's kind of like window shopping. When you see something in the window and you're like, that's a dope outfit, I'm going to go try it on. Even though the model's like size 4, like I'm going to go try it on, right? And it's the same thing. It's got to have that buyer's appeal. So when the buyers look at the pictures, they're going to want to go in and see it. So, I mean, you can get into the details of how you place furniture and how, you know, things don't have to be cluttered and things like that. So there's a lot of little details, but I think it's just being able to communicate that with the client and then being able to follow that through and explain to them. Because sometimes, like with my experience, sometimes you have clients that give a little bit of pushback. Yeah. And it's their things, it's their space, so they feel they know better sometimes. But you always remind them you're the professional, that's why they hired you, and this is what we know looks good, you know? And you visited the property too. And so
Well, and the biggest thing for everybody to remember, because I feel like even if you're in the industry, if your house goes on the market, most people who are ready to sell their home today, it probably is not market ready. Like the average person. I can tell you right now, I wouldn't even need to throw stuff away. Not throw it away, but at least get it out of the way because it's not for the buyer.
Right.
So you don't want to have your house on the market for months. You want to sell it right away because that's what's going to yield you the highest offer in most cases. And so the last thing you want to do is have the house in your condition because you're trying to attract people that want to buy your house. So so staging it is ultimately so that you can appeal to as many buyers as possible so that we can help you guys net the most amount of money in your sale. Would you agree?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And then one thing we forgot to tell people, Fabie, is you are bilingual. You speak English and Spanish.
Oh, yeah. So I'll tie it up to the native part. So I was actually born in Mexico, and I've lived here since I was 12. So bilingual in Spanish. I've obviously lived here longer than I've ever lived there. So that kind of, and I've been in Arizona for a really long time. So, but yeah, Spanish speaker.
So, and I bring that up because we recently listed a property in Mesa. And so one of the things we do is we it's an event for us. We want to make sure we get out as much excitement as possible so that everybody knows. And a lot of times when you have the best house in the neighborhood, you have at least one or two neighbors who really want to buy your house because they know it's the best house, they know it's the best lot. And so we really wanted to get out that excitement to let everybody know, hey, this is what we have coming to the market. You could possibly get in early or,
know somebody that knows somebody that wants to move because it's an awesome neighborhood.
Right? Yes.
Yep.
And what was awesome is when Fabie and I were getting the word out yesterday, so we were knocking on doors, and we ran into a woman that she was ready to buy a house. She'd gotten some bad information on how she could possibly qualify, and she happened to speak Spanish. And I was like, you speak Spanish? Yeah. Let me run and get Fabie.
Fabie's around here somewhere.
Don't move. I have Fabie.
Run.
Yes. Run. Yeah. Remember those videos they have on Facebook? So, I mean, very likely that lady could be the buyer for the house that we're looking to sell. And so, the nice thing is we would have never found out about that had we not taken the initiative to go out and meet new buyers.
Exactly.
So that being said, with the first step in talking to a buyer, because Fabie, Rashelle's specialty is listing. She loves to list clients. She works with buyers too, but listing is their specialty. And then Fabie loves buyers.
Absolutely.
And so when you working with her, the lady that we met yesterday, for example, tell me about what the process looks like when we meet with her and what that looks like.
So just knowing that there's a lot of buyers out there that have misinformation. Yeah. They've received the wrong information. So they're nervous because it's a big purchase, probably one of the biggest investments they'll ever make. Yeah. And two, truly not knowing the process and knowing what to expect. So if they already have this nervousness and doubt as to what they truly are able to do, my job and what I love doing is actually just educating them and providing them the information. Yes. To make sure that they're not stressed out, to make sure that they're comfortable with each and every step that they're going to be taking. Yes. So I ideally, meet with any potential buyer, give them buyer consultation, and then just really explain to them what to expect throughout the process so that even though I know they're going to have questions, I know they're going to have a very less stressful time throughout the process if they know what to expect. And that's actually for everybody. True. Any seller that knows what to expect next, any buyer that knows what to expect next makes it for a easier transaction on their end so that they're not wondering what's going to happen or how things are going to turn out. Yes. Right? So.
Yeah, and I would prefer to over communicate than not communicate with you at all. And absolutely. I think you guys would agree with that too, because especially with the buyer consultation, because once you actually start looking at houses and put contracts on houses, now you have emotions involved and adrenaline, it's running high. And so you may not hear half of the things someone says to you. So it's always best to know what to expect up front. So when biology kicks in, when the adrenaline kicks in, it really does. 100%. When that kicks in, you'll know exactly what it is that you need to do because it'll be already in your brain. You have already gotten the information. And even if you've purchased 5 other houses in the past, real estate changes on a daily basis. So what happened when you bought your house 2 years ago may not necessarily be the process today. A lot of things may be similar, but there are changes. You need to know what to expect on the market. You need to expect what is reasonable when making offers, how high, what the percentage of, list price to sales price ratio is, so that you can get a good idea of how to make a good offer.
The expectations, the market changes. So therefore, everybody's expectations have to, they change a little bit. Okay, so, back in 2011, everybody knew what it was.
Yes.
And, where the prices were now, we're struggling between a seller's market and a buyer's market that we just saw. Yeah. Things are, they're still good. Yeah. Absolutely. The prices are still great, but there is changes coming that's our job to educate people as to what to expect.
Yes.
So that's
very good.
Totally what we do.
I would agree.
So the type of people that we like to work with are people that want information, that want to know what's happening on the market. They value that education. They like communication. They are motivated and, eager to get things done. And we also just like people asking for information. Everything is not about a sale for us. We just like talking to people. We like connecting. We like giving out as much information. We learn so much on a daily basis because this is our business and we should know it, right? So we just want to talk. We just want to give the information.
As you can tell.
Like all day long. We just want to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
So even if it's just a simple so Fabie, if somebody called you and said, Fabie, what is my house worth? Are you going to say, hey, you need to sell your house right now. You need to buy a house right now?
No, if all they're looking for information, so I'll get them all the information that they need to make the best decision for them. So I'll provide them all the information, be the source of information. And then educating them, answering their questions to the best, of our abilities. If there's something that I'm not too certain about, obviously ask Tia or Rashell, and making sure that they're well taken care of for whatever it is that they need.
I think they appreciate that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think when you come off just thinking about the number and you can feel that one. I don't like that.
Yeah.
When you have someone that's saying, hey, this is your scenario, this is what I would do, this is what you can do in the near future.
Yeah.
And when you become that resource of information, then they're going to call Fabie back up and say, okay, so what is it now? Because you develop that relationship with them instead of pushing them into a scenario they're not ready for.
I agree. In another scenario, so Rashell, if a seller called you and said, hey, I'm probably going to sell my home in 3 years, what should I expect to do? Because it's okay if they call us 3 years before. Because sometimes they're like, well, my daughter is going to be in high school, and so we're not going to move until they finish high school. You're not going to force them to try to sell right now because their goal is not to do that, right?
Yeah. I would let them know about the current market. Obviously, if they wanted to take advantage of it, life happens. Scenarios can change. If I've said numbers to people and they're like, wow, I didn't even think my home was worth that number. So now we need to discuss that, let them know what it is. If not, keep in contact with them. And then when they're ready, we're ready.
And for me, and I know this may sound or surprise some people, but for me, it's when people call and say, hey, so I'm thinking about changing my floors. However, I know this is not our forever home. Can you come and look at floors with me so I can see if so you can just help me pick out the best floors, because I don't want to have to change this again when I sell the house in 4 years. I love that. There's absolutely no dollar amount involved in that for me. However, the prize is I know somebody trusted me enough to ask me that question, and we built a good relationship through our process of, selling their house or buying their house. That means a lot to me. So it's not to say that I don't love the sale and I don't love the closing day, because I love those too. But it's just the relationship is so much more important than just the end of the sale. So, that for us, for all of us, I think we just love people.
Yeah.
So if you guys need anything from either of us, whether you're buying a home, whether you're selling a home, maybe you're thinking about investing. Maybe you want to invest in real estate. Maybe you have a kid that's moving to college, or you have a friend that has a child that's coming to college and moving to Arizona. Maybe they want to buy a rental property for them, and they can rent it out to the kids instead of paying dorm rent.
I know.
Right.
Think about that.
So there's so many opportunities that a lot of people don't think about, and so I think there's great options with that. So before we wrap up, is there anything you guys would like to say as we wrap up? Any parting words that you would like people to know?
No, I think that's just what you can expect when you do business with us.
Yeah.
Is integrity is probably our number one thing, and servicing people and making sure that we're professional And
Absolutely.
we've been around the block a couple times. So.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Rashell.
You know what I mean.
I know.
So,
We're not like your aunt that came over here. I don't know about
my
that.
wife, my aunt, I don't even know.
Sister wife. I'm kidding.
You
I'm
never know.
Kidding.
I'm just kidding.
Kidding.
Yeah.
And what about you, Fabie?
Same thing. Just
Yeah.
give us a call. Any questions?
Yeah.
We'd love to answer any questions. Text, Facebook, anything. Truly, we're here to help everybody. So,
You guys,
I'm excited.
what's so crazy is you guys are going to start seeing a lot from us because we were setting goals the other day, and a lot of it, well, all of it is very service based and community driven and giving back. And oh my gosh, should I tell them about the Africa thing?
No.
Wait.
Yeah, we. No, just do it. Let's start it. Start it off.
Okay, so I'll just give people a heads up. But so if you know me and if you've been around me any of 10 minutes at all this year, you know that I'm super excited about my trip to Africa. I'm going to be going to Africa in December, and I'm going to be spending some time in South Africa, in Namibia, and wherever else my cousins want to take me. I'll go everywhere. I'm just excited to go on the trip. I haven't had to plan a thing because my family is doing that. All I've had to do is pay, and I'm okay with that.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, because I have to sell real estate, so my brain can't do everything, and I'm okay with that. I'm just not good at that kind of thing. So anyway, I'm going on the trip. However, so one of my cousins, April Slater, if you're watching, hi. So she started a school over in Namibia. I'll post the information later because I cannot think of the name. But one of the things she was telling us that they are looking for donations for the school.
School supplies.
Right?
School supplies. Yeah.
School
So
supplies.
things that are as simple as loose leaf paper, pencils, pens.
Because they're brand new, right? They just...
It's a brand new
okay.
school, yeah. And pencils, like a pencil sharpener, like the electronic pencil sharpeners that are battery operated. And what else was there? Oh, board games. So Monopoly board games. So I'm going to be asking for donations to help with that because I can do it. We can do it, right? But it's always more fun to get other people involved and to see how much bigger we can make things and how much we can all really give. So you guys are going to hear a lot about that coming up soon. Anyway, Fry is going to kick us out of here, so we have to wrap up. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are in the market to purchase or sell a home, give our team a call. We can be reached at 480-281-3078. You can also text that number. And if that's easier for you, you can also reach us on our website at nextviewre.com. That is NextViewre.com. And you can also find us on social media. What's your social media, Fabie? What's your Instagram, Faith?
Fabie, I believe. I don't know. Just Google
At Fabie.
Yeah, at Fabie.
I think mine is Shell +4.
Okay.
I'm not sure what
That is
means.
a great question. I need to remember my social media.
Show +4. You can find me at NextView Tia on Instagram, and you're obviously watching on Facebook. So we'll see you guys next week. In the meantime, if you need any assistance from any of our sponsors, reach out to the Oliver Whalen team at Nova Home Loans. Justin and Ryan will take care of you. Reach out to Yvonne Hunter from Platinum Home Warranty or Jeremy Eaton from Security Title. They're all here. They're our trusted advisors and deliver great service, and that's why we work with them.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Bye.